Hello everyone, I'm Shaz Malloy with Black Cat Productions, and today we have a delightful opportunity to peek behind the curtains of one of our cherished local businesses, Pastries for Pets. I'm thrilled to be here with Donna Shovlin, the visionary president of this unique dog bakery. Now, if you're anything like me, you can't help but spoil your pets with treats. So let's dive into this fun world. Donna, you embarked on this journey about 14 years ago. What sparked your inspiration to start Pastries for Pets?
Well, it all started when I realized I could merge both of my passions together, and those passions were dogs and baking. I began baking and decorating dog treats, and at the time, it was quite a new idea. I sold my treats at local farmers markets, and it was incredible to see how quickly a community of dog lovers rallied around my creations. The enthusiasm encouraged me to establish my first brick and mortar store. And I later did transition, Shaz, to focusing entirely on dog treats. I shut down my human bakery and wow, talk about a huge leap of faith.
A human bakery, you say? That's fascinating. How did your experience there shape your approach to sourcing dog treat ingredients for Pastries for Pets?
You know, it made a world of difference. Having the knowledge about baking allowed me to efficiently navigate the pet food industry. I already had established connections with suppliers, which enabled me to secure the best wheat-free ingredients at wholesale prices. Plus, buying in bulk helped me to save quite a bit on cost, which is really a significant factor in maintaining a quality product while keeping prices reasonable for my own customers.
You've mentioned some ingredients are a bit tricky to find. What do you mean by that? Were they elusive back when you started, or it's still an ongoing challenge?
Oh, it's a little bit of both. Honestly, 14 years ago, wheat-free options were just emerging, and it was tough to find a reliable source for specialized icing ingredients. Given the scrutiny on the pet food safety, I had to pivot quickly. For instance, while many bakers might unknowingly source something like apple pectin from a less reputable supplier, we worked diligently to find a manufacturer in the United States for a high quality white apple pectin. Transparency in sourcing has been a paramount for pet treat bakers, and it's quite shocking how many might not realize the hidden dangers lurking in their supply chains. It all really depends on where they buy it.
It sounds like there's quite a bit to consider when it comes to the quality of ingredients. These sounds like premium products, and I can only imagine they're not cheap, correct?
Shaz, you literally hit the nail on the head. The journey to finding trustworthy vendors took years, and I'm proud to offer icing mixes that are made with top-notch ingredients at reasonable prices. The goal I had was to create a reliable, shelf-stable icing option for my bakers while helping them save money. Because you know what? Let's face it, every penny does count when you're running a small business.
So Donna, you mentioned that by offering your mixes, you're actually saving fellow business owners money. Can you help us understand just how significant the cost difference is?
Absolutely, Shaz. Quality ingredients don't come cheap. And our pre-made icing at Pastries for Pets, the mixes range from $3.49 to $9.99 per pound. If our customers attempted to gather all the individual components to craft their own icing from scratch, they could easily find themselves spending upwards to about $19 to $25 per pound. And honestly, that's quite a leap, and it can derail anyone's budget if they're not careful.
That's staggering. Now, here's a thought. Why not simply share your icing recipe with your customers? Wouldn't that be easier for everyone?
That's a common question. Over the years, I have formed genuine friendships with my customers. I truly care about their successes. I even created courses to help them launch their own dog treat businesses because I understand how costly it could be to start from the ground up. I also recognize that time is money. Who has the luxury of measuring and mixing each ingredient? With my mixes, they need to add just water and stir. It's efficient and it allows them to focus on being creative instead.
That's a fantastic approach. Speaking of efficiency, you mentioned earlier that some of your mixes are priced as low as $3.49 per pound. Why can't the pricing be extended to all your customers?
Shaz, that is a great question. You see, operating a factory definitely comes with inherent cost. Rent, packaging, labeling, staff, and all the other operational expenses really do add up quickly. When I buy ingredients in bulk, we can reduce some of those costs, but we still have to cover overhead. Our setup is quite sophisticated. We even have a climate-controlled clean room to ensure product quality. However, even with those challenges, we still provide significant savings compared to the do-it-yourself route.
It's incredible to get this insight. The level of care you put into Pastries for Pets is impressive. Not just for your products, but also for your customers. It's all about running these relationships, isn't it?
Exactly. I see my customers not just as transactions, but part of the Pastries for Pets family. It really is about building a community where we can support one another through shared knowledge and experiences.
That's a refreshing perspective in today's market. As we wrap up this delightful conversation, I'm curious to know what's next for Pastries for Pets. Any exciting new developments we can look forward to?
We are always looking to innovate. Currently, we're developing decorating workshops to showcase the fantastic techniques our customers can use with any of the Pastries for Pets products.
This sounds like there's some exciting times ahead, and I'd love to come back and dive into the creative process behind these adorable dog treats. Donna, thank you for sharing this time with us and the incredible work you've done here. It's been a pleasure.
Shaz, thank you so much for coming out and sharing our story. I really had a great time speaking with you.